Hey, what's going on, you guys? My name is Rayge, and we are back today to talk about a very easy way to unlock Old Man Logan, especially with this new legendary event. This is actually the easiest unlock we've ever seen because I don't think Marvel Strike Force and the developers expected us to ramp up the difficulty and at the same time just focus in on one team to actually get the job done, because if you finish one node, you are actually going to land that minimum threshold to unlock Old Man Logan there at the milestone that's required. So the team I'm referring to, guys, is Spire Society, because the nice thing about this team is that you actually don't even need them fully geared up. As you can see on screen here, I only do have my Ghost Spider, Spider-Man Noir, in preparation for the new raids coming. But even if you have this full team at gear tier 15 or gear tier 16, it's going to be more than enough, as you'll see in the gameplay footage. But this is all you really need, which is awesome to see. And again, if you only have them at level 75, 80, they can get it done, because the key thing is making sure that these packs are activated so that there are give me specific bonuses tied back. So the packs I activated here, first of all, it's difficulty 14, and there's about 100 in total, but there's some really big ones that you want to make sure that you're activating, because it's not only going to increase your score, but it's just not even that worth it for the node 1, so that way you can get some additional points, right? Big one here is, as you can see, hero characters dealing additional damage. That's going to favor us because we're going to have a lot of hero characters with the skill hero of Spire Society. The Cosmic Crucible war bonuses are just nice. They don't benefit our team specifically, but at the end of the day, this increases points. Any character defeating an enemy fill up their speed bar. This one's big. Villain controller characters gaining 20% HP and 10% block chance. We're not up against a lot of villains actually in this first node, so that's why it's just free points overall. But this is another big one. Spire Society characters gaining 15% damage and Sinister 6 gaining 10%. So this is the one that caught my eye, because giving that extra increase to Spire Society or even Sinister 6 are likely to give some really good teams to actually get this first node done. And then when a character heals himself, they gain additional HP, so that's always nice. And then I left everything as is, and that's basically how we're going to start, guys. So let me now show you the gameplay. I'm just going to speed through it here and show you how easy it was. Okay, so this is the placement that worked for me. I found that putting my stronger characters in the middle and then putting both Penny Parker and Peter B on the side, just because they're going to be the main supportive cast to ensure we have energy as well to sustain on this team. Now, with respect to this team, there's a lot of controlling aspect that you'll see. Mainly, Ghost Spider having the ability block. We have Penny Parker actually providing some really meaningful stuns as well. Sometimes they might land, sometimes they may not. That's okay, just because these characters are up against, they do have a lot of resistances. But so as long as you're controlling both Rescue and Kestrel in this initial wave, that's really going to be the most important thing. Everybody else does not matter. Focus on those two before you finish up, because it's going to be very important there. Just speeding through this to cut you guys some of the video to watch there. We finish off Kestrel and Rescue, and now you're at this point where if you are left with characters like these minions and these Darkhawks, it's okay to use some basic abilities, take your time, because you want to save Penny Parker's stuns, so that way when the next wave drops, you're using her abilities on those key characters that we want to be controlling. But this is a good time to actually build up energy for your attacks. So this Darkhawk actually does go down finally. I saved all of my Ghost Spider's ultimate as well, and then this is going to spawn this next wave here. The one thing to be mindful of, I believe, in this one anyways, is Mockingbird. Make sure you use a stun or control on her, but what you're going to get a chance to do is be able to control most of these enemies anyways. And I love 2099's bleeds here. He's going to be doing some really good work, as you'll see. And again, landing the key Penny Parker stuns is going to be controlling. As you can see, Maria Hill also getting the ability block, and you're in this really good position where you're just controlling the entire mob. As you can see, the debuffs is really what makes this team perform quite well in this first node, just because the debuffs gives us that advantage. We have all the buffs, so it's a really unfair advantage, which is great for us, because now we can build up energy and really just control the enemies that slowly get out of either their stun or their ability block, so giving us more time to actually just prepare for the next and upcoming waves here. We cleaned up Mockingbird there, and then finally we're going to wrap things up here in controlling again. Once again, the characters are about to get turns. That's going to spawn another wave here of Maria Hill and Mockingbird, and once again, we're going to rinse and repeat. That gave us more than enough time to build up our energy again. We're going to focus on Mockingbird to the far right there, again, spraying those bleeds there with 2099. And again, we're going to be controlling and doing the same thing as the previous wave, which is landing our ultimates and stuns, ideally on the characters that are about to get their turns, but the key characters characters, right? Mockingbird, Maria Hill having those supportive capabilities. Be mindful of the Mark II Ironhearts too, because obviously with them having an AoE stun, it could definitely hurt us if we don't have our dodges, which thankfully we do with all the buffs coming from Peter B. So makes it super easy. And again, we're landing the stuns and the debuffs just on the right time to make sure that this is well controlled, and now in this position here to build up energy similar to the last wave as well. And thankfully with this wave, you can actually go all the way to the very end of that Nick Fury, and then that's going to finally wrap up and provide the final and last wave here. So similar story to what we see in wave 1, guys. Make sure you're controlling both Kestrel and Rescue. Once you do that, it's game over. You're basically just spreading a bunch of debuffs and making sure that all these land on them, and you can just see the full-on Spire Society synergy of how good they are. Those bleeds, once again, from 2099 are absolutely pivotal. The supportive buffs and capabilities from Peter B, just giving that, in addition to energy and the timely stuns from Penny, makes this such a dangerous team. This is fun because I actually haven't used my Spire Society team too much, but you can see now Ghost Spider doing work. We're taking advantage of the 3 diamonds that we earned from her in the Pocket Dimensions last week. So all in all, guys, this is a really good event. Again, I don't think Marvel Strike Force or the developers fully intended to actually make this legendary character this easy to unlock, but it's gonna be something very interesting to watch out for in the future, because now that they've seen that we can do this, I wonder if they are going to be maintaining this trend going forward for future legendary events, especially given how easy this is, right? If you had a full gear tier 14, 15 Spire Society, you can get the Old Man Logan unlock. Out of Time and Cabal were not required, and I'm pretty sure that's not what they intended, because obviously they want to make money, they want to make revenues for this brand new legendary character, but that didn't happen here, guys. That did not happen. So definitely going to be interesting to see what happens here. Anyways, I hope this was able to help you guys out here, and now we can do a quick recap of everything. And there you have it. As you can see, almost 1.2 million points, and this is what you want to be gunning for, because what this is going to do is, if you hit continue now, it's actually going to get you the unlock here for Old Man Logan. But what's nice about this strategy is the fact that it's just so nice, because you can actually get the Old Man Logan and rewards here. And if you decide to push higher, by all means go ahead, but I mean, that's going to be the minimum unlock, and you really only do need the 1 team in Spire Society. So hopefully this helps you guys out in the Old Man Logan unlock. We haven't seen a legendary event this easy, so I just wanted to share this with you guys, especially for folks that are already building up Spire Society to gear tier 15 and 16 in preparation for both Spotlight raids and getting to that end game Incursion 2 raid. So thank you for your time as always, guys. Let me know what you think in comments below, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.